do, I need you to subscribe, like, and share this to everybody. Okay? Let's get started. So, one of the most important things about mom life to me is my morning routine. Your morning routine sets your day up. You know what I'm saying? Making sure you make enough time for yourself, making sure you make enough time for your kids, and if you have multiple kids, making sure you have enough time for whatever time that kid needs. Certain kids may pop up. My son pops up like it's nothing, just like I do. My daughter, not so much. It takes her a little time. She pushes, you gotta say it to her again, say it to her one more time, and then maybe even a second or third time before she really get up and be like, all right, let me get started. She's moved slow, she brushed her teeth slow, she walked to the bathroom slow. It's just not the same. My son, he like boop boop boop, let me get my teeth brushed, let me do this, let me do that. So it's just a little different. So I have to give her a little bit more time than I have to give him, because then he sits around and he gets bored and he'd be like, where my bus at? Okay. So we try to make sure we give him just enough time, moving through his day a little smoother. So, what is the proper routine? Now, it depends on what's your reasoning for your routine. Some people like to work out in the morning. Some people get up early, start their day with maybe like some type of protein shake or some type of yogurt or some type of small breakfast, go work out, drink water, come back home, do whatever they do. So it really depends on what you feel like most relaxes you. Some people meditate, some people pray, some people meditate and pray, some people journal. What do you feel like really allows you to kind of relax and get things off your chest? So for me personally, when on a good day, I can get out the bed about 30 minutes earlier than my kids. What that allows me to do personally is to read my devotional, then I'll journal, then I'll like sit for 5 minutes and meditate. Just trying to get the hang of meditating, because it's really supposed to be your time, your quiet time, your time with God, your time with whoever you do your time with. That's up to you. And kind of just focus in or whatever. Just really get a chance to sit and just listen and just nothing. And it's really hard. I think people assume meditating is this easy thing, but for your brain not to wander is crazy. And learning how to be able to reel yourself back in and get back to your focus, it's really a practice task like that you need to actually practice. So if you do meditate, that's a good way. Of course, any type of stretch, any type of getting your body moving is definitely helpful. So once I do that, then I can normally go get my son up, get him ready, get him out the house. Once he out the house, I kind of journal a little bit, kind of just allow myself to speak about how I feel at that moment. Like, I just woke up. I feel like that's the time of the day where we think the most. We think about what we're doing for the day. We think about what we have going on for the next day. We have all of these different things running through our mind because it's at the beginning of the day. And kind of being able to write out how I feel at that moment, even though it may not change throughout the day, or it may change throughout the day. It really allows me to kind of like let it out then, so that maybe it don't come out later. And that's just my specific tool. Once I do that, I get my daughter up, I get her ready, get her out the house, and then I can really just sit down and look about 30 minutes about what my day is going to look like. So it's really about setting yourself up so that when you move, you can move smoother. And the crazy thing is, because I work at home, I guess you could say, or I'm a stay at home mom, or whatever you want to call it, I really have to set my time up for me, because it's different when you have to be somewhere compared to when you don't have to be somewhere, and now you have to make yourself be somewhere so you can get something accomplished. And of course, my planner definitely helps me kind of stay on task, make sure I got everything written down and I'm paying attention to how everything is being completed and trying to complete everything. So that's kind of how I stay on top of my schedule, but that's also how I kind of stay on top of me and my mind and how I move and how I feel, and really think about how I should move throughout the day, or if I am in a good mood or if I'm in a bad mood, because I'm allowed to be in a bad mood. And so it's really about taking the time to make sure you put yourself inside your day, because a lot of people think about everybody else around them, and it's hard not to, especially when you're a mother or you're a father or you're someone who take care of people, or you're responsible for people. It just makes you have to kind of move a certain way, and so you're easily forgotten. You have to prioritize yourself. You have to prioritize your mind. And being a mother can be very difficult because you're dealing with adolescents and then you're dealing with different personalities and learning how to balance it and learning how to balance it with your personality, and also kind of like relearning things that you may want to not bring in from maybe what you learn. I don't know. It could be all type of things, but really just trying to figure out what's the best route, cuz like they say, they don't give you a manual, and you just kind of got to roll with the punches, and you're like learning this person and then you're relearning them, because as they grow they're different. My daughter used to be able to dance and do all these different things, and now she kind of growing back into it. Before a moment she didn't do that, she was shy, and I'm like, well, where did this person come from? And it's crazy because now I'm relearning this person, and now she's in another stage. My son was able to, not do so many different things, and now he can do so many different things. Like, I'm relearning who he is, and it's gonna keep changing once they get 13, once they get 16, once they get 18, once they grow into adults, when they have their own kids. Like, you're constantly learning this person, and it's crazy because I think that's the only person that you constantly learn is your kids, because they change in so many different ways while you watch them grow. So those are my morning tips. I definitely feel like it's helped me move a lot easier through my day. And try it out. Let me know. Comment below. And just do it for like a week straight and see if you feel different in the morning. See if you feel different when you lay down. And see if you feel different once you get to the end of that week and you've gotten all these different goals accomplished, and you still thought of yourself through the whole process. So that's all for today with Mom Energy. But I'm going to holler at you guys on Thursday, and we're getting into something that I feel like is going to touch you differently. And it's just about childhood trauma. I feel like we've all dealt with it in a different way, and I can't wait to get into that real conversation. Talk to y'all Thursday.